Alright, so the BearBrass mod Steampunk. Um, so this isn't what it looks like when you first get it. It's very nice looking copper, very clean look. It looks like copper. You can get it brushed or you can get it polished. I had mine brushed, and what I did, and it doesn't look as good on camera. You can see it on my Facebook page if you want to check out my Facebook page. It actually looks kind of yellowish on the camera. I'm not really sure why the colors aren't coming through as well. But I actually did a torch job on it, and it brings out some really amazing color on it. You can see it a little bit when I angle it, but yeah, I don't know why it's not looking as nice on the camera as it does in person. But the photos you can see, actually, if you here, I'll put my. If you go to Mike the Hill Giant, that's me on Facebook, you can see a picture of it, what I did with the flame, with the torching. So, the BearBrass mod Steampunk. So, I don't know, Bear's in the room right now, so if you can, answer any questions that I'm unable to answer, that would be great, sir. I'm going to put a couple of links up for everybody right now. One is the BearBrass Mods Facebook page. So if you are, this isn't the group, Al, this is just your Facebook page. So you can check out BearBrass Mods there. You can also take a look at BearBrass Mods on Vaporwall. He's also on Core Vape. So yeah, polycarbonate is not going to be good for corrosive juices, Scarecrow. Really, fused quartz or glass is really going to be your only your best bet. Polypropylene, I think, is actually even better than polycarbonate, but it's still not going to hold. It's still not going to hold up over time. But anyway, so it's oxygen-free copper, the tube. It's got brass top and bottom caps on it. It's got the bear engraving on the bottom, as you can see. Let's see if I can angle that so you can see it a little bit better. Which has started to grow a little bit of patina on it from my pinky finger. So the switch and the top cap are basically the same as on the original BearBrass mod, the brass one, with a couple minor changes that I'm aware of. The price on it's $155. Al, are you going to be making more of this device, more of the Steampunk, or was this a one-time only? So I'll let him answer that. It's a very compact design device for a 18650, which is what I have right here. I'm going to hold up the Wizard next to it, which is also 18650, which is the smallest 18650 device there is, and it's only a tiny bit longer, as you can see. Alright. Oh, hold on. Let me hold them up so they're even there. It's not much longer at all. It's a nice compact design, nice compact switch design. And it looks fantastic. I've never seen a copper tube mod before. The copper and brass look fantastic together. The steampunk look is something that I am a fan of. The availability, like I said, I'm going to let Al answer that in chat. Okay, yes, but later, he said. So he is going to be making more of the steampunks, but he's got some other stuff that's going to be coming out first. What comes with it? You get you get the device. It's got everything that it needs already in here. And I'll show you the internals here in just a sec. Let me get this guy off here. Oops. So you can see the top cap. So it's got a nice weight to it. It's not too heavy, but it's solid. It feels really solid. Like this is a device that, even though I wouldn't want to damage the finish, I wouldn't be afraid to take this out on the town because it feels really solid and very, very well built. The top cap, as you can see here, maybe if it focuses, it's got air channels on the side. So if you want to use something that requires airflow on the device, you can. But the cool thing about it is if you look at it from the side, even though it's got those airflow channels, it's got a flat top cap. Let me see if I can get that to focus. Yeah, there we go. See how it's got a flat top cap even though it's got those air channels in it? So what happens is if you have a 22mm device, like the Senesys for example, you can screw that down onto the BearBrass mod and it'll sit flush and you get that nice hybrid look and you don't have any gaps. Or even if you use a smaller diameter device, it's going to sit all the way down flush and look really, really nice. The firing button on it, I love. I'm absolutely in love with this. If you remember my original BearBrass mod review, I was a little skeptical about it because it's recessed, and I had some bad experience with recessed buttons from other mod makers. But this one, it's just slightly recessed, as you can see from the side there. Maybe, there we go. It's just recessed a little bit. And look at the throw on this. Look at the throw. That's it firing. Right there. That's it. And then let go. And now it's firing. And then let go. There's very, very little throw on this, which is awesome. So you can fire this. I found out that I can actually fire this against the palm of my hand. Just have like the meat of my hand like press up in there and it'll fire. Now I usually fire it with my pinky, with one of the knuckles on my pinky, but because it's recessed, you can put it in your pocket and it's not going to fire. Very, very cool. You don't have to worry about this, you know, forgetting to put the lock ring, or forgetting to tighten the lock ring. I have had experiences with devices where it's got a very soft switch on it and it doesn't have a lock ring, or it has a lock ring and I forgot to put the lock on it, and I put it down and the thing fires for like 2 minutes straight, and then I'm like, what the hell is that burning smell? And you know, it's just awful. And then you have to replace the wick after that because it just tastes horrid. You don't have that problem. You can put this down, you can put it in your pocket, it's not going to fire on you, yet it has a really soft, easy throw on it. Now, one of the things that was changed in the newest iteration of the Switch for the Steampunk that's different from the original is BearBrass Mods actually had a custom spring made to go in here. And so I don't know if any of you have used the original BearBrass mod that has kind of a stiff button press on it. Even though it's got a nice short throw, it's a little stiff. This is like pressing on a pillow when you fire it. It's awesome. Like you barely have to touch it and it presses in and it fires. And yet it never goes off in your pocket. It's absolutely fantastic. It feels phenomenal. I mean, it's super, super soft. It's awesome. It's awesome. Internally, it is. It's the best. It's the best button on any mechanical mod that I've used. Period. There it is. I said it. I love the button on this device. much more so than the original BearBrass mod because of that really soft press to it. So under the cap, you have the same. Well, I don't know. It might be slightly different. I think it's the same though. Telescopic screws. There we go. So the top one you can turn so that it makes contact with the atomizer on the inside, and then the bottom one you turn, and that one threads into the other one, and that one allows you to. I'll get to that, Stacy. I agree. It hits better than the Vela. I'll get to that in a sec. So that allows you to telescope it out so that the battery doesn't rattle around, which if anyone who watches my show regularly, you know that battery rattle drives me absolutely crazy. Listen, you hear anything? No, that's right, you don't. There is no rattling battery. Thank you. So let's talk about the quality of the vape from this device. I'm going to put the Genesis back on this. Now, obviously, a lot of this is going to have to do with what device you use. On it, you know, I'm using the Genesis on it, but let me tell you a funny little story. So I had a Eric Edition 69 mod. I put a atomizer on top of it. I don't even remember what I was using. I honestly, I don't remember. It might have even been when I first set up the Genesis. I'm not sure. Anyway, I put the atomizer on it. You know, wrapped the coil, got it all set up. It's hitting great. Okay, done with the 69 mod. Now we got the Steampunk. I got to set it up, get and review it. You know, use it for a week so that I can review it next week. All right. So I put the atomizer on the 69 mod, or I'm sorry, on the BearBrass mod. I hit it and was like, "Whoa, holy shit, that's too hot." I actually had to redo the coil and add a wrap to bring it up from, I brought it up from 0.8 ohms to, or was it 0.7? It was either a 0.7 or 0.8, and I brought it up by 0.2. So this one is either a 0.9 or a 1.0. Because this hits so hard, it hits harder than any mod that I have ever used. It hits harder than the Poldiac. It hits harder than a Caravella. It hits harder than the Chiyu. It hits really hard. Well, I don't want my device to be super hot. Well, then add a coil, add a wrap to it. The benefit of having a device that hits harder than other devices is not just for people that like a warm vape. It's going to save you battery life. You're going to stay above 3.7 volts for longer and get a quality vape for longer out of your battery, because if you can get the same vape from a higher ohm, you're going to use less watts and you're going to use less battery life. Awesome. So this thing actually saves your battery life. It hits so hard. Not even kidding. It's amazing. I couldn't believe it. I mean, the difference, and the 69 mod is a good mod. It's not like there's a huge voltage drop on the 69 mod. It's a nice device. And, I mean, the difference in how hard this thing hit versus that device was absolutely astounding. So, yeah. So vape quality, yeah, I mean, it depends on how you set up your atomizer, but damn, it's I don't, there is no device that I have tried that performs a 510 mod, mechanical mod, that performs better than this device. I don't know of one. Period. That's it. It also has my favorite switch. So I guess this is my favorite mechanical mod. I'm holding it right here. There it is. Good job, BearBrass mods. That's it. I mean, negatives? I mean, I don't know. I can't think of any. It doesn't telescope? Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I can't think of anything, honestly. Nope. That's all I got. It's really awesome. Honestly, I can't think of anything that I don't like about the device. Other than stuff that would be personal preference. You know, like if you want something that's not going to tarnish, if you want it to be stainless steel, this isn't for you. But, you know, I'm much more interested in the performance of my device than I am in that. And actually, I think that this looks much better anyway. So, yeah. It does not make you breakfast. Yes, the only negative is that it doesn't make you breakfast. The only negative is that Al didn't make enough of them. But he's working on it, I'm sure. So yeah, man. Nice job. That's all I got to say. Yeah. Well, that's my review of the BearBrass mod Steampunk. I can't think of anything else to say about it. I love this mod. It's amazing. It hits like a truck. The switch is fantastic. It's my favorite switch of any device. If you can find one of these for a reasonable price on the classifieds, buy it. If you can trade for one of these on the classifieds, do it. That's it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I am also speechless, Al. So, yeah, well, of course, yeah, no one wants to sell them. That's the other problem. You're not going to see too many of them on the classifieds because the people that have them probably agree with me. If they don't, then whatever.